All right, we're gonna head on up this creek. I got Buddy Bacon, a longtime friend, and Buddy and I have been fishing together probably for 40-something years. We're gonna slide on up this creek and see if we can't come up with some larger fish. We've already caught a couple of schoolies, getting some hits, but we're looking for something bigger. Y'all hang with us. More to come. Watch for the gators. All right, we're continuing to travel up this little creek. Got a bunch of these gullies we got to get across. I tell you what, we use the boat for one thing, and that's to get where we're headed to fish. We may walk a mile before we get to this hole, but I tell you one thing, we're gonna know what's in it before we leave today. A lot of bogging, a lot of marsh. Boy, I tell you, we're way up in this thing. I hope we got a boat when we go back. And this is like going back in time. Last people probably walked up in here was the Indians. Looks like we're getting ready to come up on an opening. Got a little gully out here. Now we're gonna find out if there's any water holding in this creek. Boy, this is pretty in here. I'm so far back in this island, I don't even know where I'm at. It is pretty. All right, I had to come down the bank. Naturally, I was hung up. Looks like Buddy has got him one on the line. Let's see what he comes up with. Looks like a nice little schoolie. And there he goes. There we go. There's another gorgeous little schoolie. I tell you, the spawn this year, it don't matter where we fish. We're fishing in rivers, we're fishing in creeks. We're walking miles up to looking holes up in creeks and rivers on some of these islands. We're finding these bass everywhere. If there's a shortage, it's not where we're at. All right, I'm gonna get out there now that I've got mine unhung. Looks like a whole bunch of little schoolies in here. Hopefully there's a couple of keepers in here. All right, let's get us a shrimp. Boy, I tell you, this is some beautiful bait. I caught this bait last night. A storm came through, tried to put me up in the marsh. Me and Dixie was out there, and we were getting 50 or 60 shrimp in a cast. It was unbelievable. All right, let's get back out there. Buddy's got issues on the hill. Gives me a window of opportunity to get out there and see if I can pull out one from underneath him. All right, he's back on the wall. Whoa, folks, I'm hit. I'm down. I tell you, every cast is a fish. Every cast. These things are in here. Buddy's down. Buddy's got one on. We're doubling up every cast. Hey, this is why I'll walk a mile to come and go fish. I want to go where there's nobody's been. These fish haven't been pressured. And look at this right here. This is what I'm talking about, folks. This is what I'm talking about. Another drop dead gorgeous fish. Okay, Buddy's up there taking one off. Oh, all right, folks, I just got a hit. Buddy's got one on the hill. He's unhooking to throw back. I just hooked up on one. These little bass, I tell you, they thick as they can be in here. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, gorgeous little fish. Here we go. Gorgeous little fish. Beautiful little bass. All right, let's put this rod down for a second. Get a good look at this fish. All right, look at the colors on that fish. All right, we got the hook out. Look at the belly on this fish here. Look how fat these fish are. This is what we're seeing everywhere we go. Is about the same size fish. We're still seeing a few large ones mixed in with them, but most of them are about this size, and I tell you, all of them are fat. All right, Buddy's got another one. Oh, folks, there you go. There's a double. Oh, this is a fighter. This is a fighter. Great day in the morning. I tell you, these little fish, they put up a great fight right there at the beginning. And boy, I tell you, cork's still down. That's a good thing. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, cork's coming up. Boy, look at the bait fish just running on top of the water as I reel this fish in. Oh yeah. What do we got here? All right, we got another nice little bass. See, that's a little bigger right there. I tell you what, we'll take this fish off of here, and we're gonna release this fish. Another perfect hookup. Right there, folks. Look at it. I'm telling you, drop dead gorgeous. All right, Buddy just missed his, but woo, baby, look at that. She's taking line. She's taking line. Cork's still down. All right, he's coming up to the top. I tell you, I'm probably throwing a good, I don't know, 20 yards or something like that. I had to come down here on this bar because I got caught on an oyster. And about that time, buddy behind me, he was trying to be real quiet, sneak them fish up with that burnside bopper rattling the way it does. It's kind of hard to sneak. There you go, buddy's down. He's hooked up. Yeah, these corks are just awesome, man. I mean, you don't have to mess with them. You don't have to play with them. All you do is fish them. I'm using the baby bopper adjustable, Buddy's using the original bopper adjustable. And it doesn't matter. We're in tight, skinny water. And like you can see right here. Now, this fish is probably a legal fish, but I'm going to release this fish. All right, hold on just a second. Let me get the hook out of him. Let's get the hook out of him. Yeah, that's a gorgeous fish right there. There you go. That right there, that's 14-inch bass. That's the keeper. Buddy just put his back in. Hey, we're just out looking, seeing, and really getting ready for fall fishing. Looks like that tide might be starting to flood back in here and turning this bite on. We're going to hang with it a little bit. Can't stay in here too long. We got to worry about getting out of here. It's a long walk in, it's a long walk out. All right, let's take that baby and hook him up right through the top, the head, underneath that horn, and get right back out there. All right, buddy's down. All right, let's get out there. Let's get on out there. See what we can do. Boy, these fish are just coming through here, probably in the hundreds. It's probably just schools of these fish that's heading up in this creek. And the reason they head up, oh, I missed him. They head up in this creek, what they do is they chase the bait. And they're just funneling the bait up into the shallow water and just heading right on up in here. And as long as this tide hadn't got into the marsh yet, where the little fish can't get away and the bait can't get away, it's just a feed zone. It's paradise for these bass. And right now it's paradise for me and Buddy. And there goes Buddy. He just released another one. Hey, hang tight. We're going to get right back out there and get some more. Boy, I tell you, when these fish run in this shallow water like you're seeing, you'll notice, look at all the bait fish that run out ahead of this fish. That's why they're in here. There's so much food in here. I think these fish could just swim with their mouths open and they would feed. I don't even think they have to hunt anything. And people often wonder, says, okay, if that's the case, why do they bite your line and not take what's out there? Well, they can recognize something that's wounded or got a slight problem, so it's easier prey. They have to do less work. So that's why you'll catch fish on your line, even though there's shrimp and fish and all other kind of bait out there, because it's less work. Okay. All right, I haven't turned the camera on. Buddy threw out. He had a hit, it looked like. He popped it and it was gone. And I threw back out there and, oh, there you go. There you go. Game on. Oh, and I tell you, these little fish can fight. You imagine what they're going to be like when they get to the legal limit. Hey, you know, some people say there's no fish out here. And I tell you what, if you're watching this video right now, we've done proved them wrong. There's fish everywhere. These bass have just taken over these rivers and streams this year. I tell you, I've talked to people at all the tackle stores where we sell corks all the way down from Florida up into South Carolina. They're seeing the exact same thing. There's just been a spawn of bass. And here's your living proof right there. All right, folks, I'm going to get this one unhooked. Going to get right back out there. Buddy's back in the game. Hey, it's non-stop action. Hey, you can't pay enough money to have this much fun. All right, Buddy and I are finished up in here. We've caught a tremendous amount of fish. Buddy used the original Burnside bopper adjustable. I used the baby bopper. As you can see on the film, we caught a tremendous amount of fish. We're just going to leave these fish alone. We're about out of bait. We've had a good time. We're going to get out of here. We got a long walk ahead of us. Buddy, if you just set those rods down to the side, I'd like you to hold up a few of those fish and let the people see what we've done with them today. All the fish that we've caught today were caught on shrimp. We caught the shrimp with a cast net, and they're fresh shrimp. We brought a bubbler in here and kept the shrimp alive. Now there's some bass. There's a nice drum. And go ahead, Buddy, put those down. And like I say, we kept a few fish. There's nothing wrong with keeping fish and eating fish. Hey, the good Lord put these things out here for one reason, and that's for us to catch them, eat them, and enjoy them. And that's what we plan on doing. So like I say, we didn't keep a lot of fish, but we kept us a few just for supper. We're going to get out of here, get back to the boat. There's still a lot of fish in here, but we've had a good time, and actually I'm getting kind of hungry. So all right, Buddy, let's clean up our mess. Let's get out of here and get back to the boat and head back to the house. It's been a good trip.